Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name's Baron Collins Hill. In this week's lesson, we're going to be taking a look at Shove That Pig's Foot a Little Further in the Fire, a great old-time tune in the key of G with a very long name. It's a blacksmithing term, not a culinary adventure, at least as far as I'm told, but I guess you could take it whichever way you like. What we're going to do here is I'm going to play it through as I taught it in my Shove That Pig's Foot Further in the Fire lesson, and then I'm going to start adding some ornamentation and some double stops. Start out simply, end up complex, and kind of talk through what I'm doing as I do it. If you haven't learned this tune already, I recommend you look it up. It's here on my YouTube channel and on my website, mandolessons.com, where I teach the whole tune by ear. I also have tabs and standard notation over at my website. All my lessons are always free, and I put out a new lesson every single week. That said, there are a couple ways to donate, which is greatly appreciated. It helps me keep doing what I'm doing. You can look in the description. There's some links down there to my Patreon page, which gets access to lessons a day early and patron-only live streams. I've got some merch, and I've got a couple ways to just sort of put some money in the tip jar. Not required, but greatly appreciated, as I said. For now, let's jump into the simple to complex on Shove That Pig's Foot Further in the Fire. So, starting out just playing the melody mostly as I wrote it in the lesson, and then I'll start adding some double stops. There's going to be a lot of droning G and D strings, a few chords thrown down, especially when we get to a D chord, and things like that. Don't worry, I'll show it to you as we go along, and you can always use the gear icon in the bottom right-hand corner of the video to slow down or speed up the video to match a pace that works well for you. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just as written. B part. Now we're going to get our right hand moving. See if you can just turn everything into eighth notes. Constant down, up, down, up. Simplify the melody if you need to. This is a great exercise for your right hand. Here comes another time through. We're going to start adding some double stops. A whole lot of droning G and D strings. Right hand is still clipping right along. Not much different in your left hand though. B part. A whole lot of droning on the D string now. Back to the G. I'm just leaving the G out to leave more space for the melody. Let's throw in some chord shapes. G, C, G, D chord, G, C, G, G and D, G. variation. Lots of double stops. G, C, G, D, G, C, and G. Going out. I hope you enjoyed that. Lots of great opportunities for really working on your right hand there. You know, at first, get it going down, up the whole time, even just on one set of strings. So you're just kind of doubling the melody. And then working into full, more drone strings. And then also adding in some chords, especially I like that D chord at the end of the A part. I just hit 2nd fret on the G string, open D, open A. Leave off the E string because that open A string is the melody note. So there's a couple ideas. Hope you found that helpful. Practice up a little bit. Next week is going to be the Shove That Pig's Foot a Little Further in the Fire play-along jam, where we're going to pass it back and forth. I'll play the melody, you play the chords. So subscribe if you haven't already, and then see you next week for another lesson. Bye-bye.